started in August. It's now May something. But I have done pretty much all of it on my own. I calculated the mileage the other day I did about 4,500 miles. I could have drove to bloody Mumbai. Morning. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new life for me. We're on it. We're starting. Check it out. That's what we're doing. So yeah, loads of slates, big planters, possibly water features now as well, possibly. Yeah, loads going on. So, as it's the beginning of the job, time to get the tools out. Got your Moja. Moja came down yesterday, gave me a stick. Check that bad boy out. That's cool, isn't it? So I put my phone on that end for the readings and my Moja device in here. Walk around the job, beep, 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 beep. Get the plan sorted, figure out the area. And then when you figure out the area, then you know how much type 1 MOT you're going to need and all the other bits and bobs, concrete and whatnot. So, right, let's set this bad boy up and let's start going beep. So Digger's just turned up, happy days. Digger's turned up, he's going back now to get the dumper truck. So we're just chiseling off a bit of concrete now to allow us to get the bucket underneath it and start peeling it all back. But I'm not going to show loads of all the digging and preparation. I might just speed that malarkey up. Otherwise you're just watching me digging. Boring. Let's see the proper stuff. So day 2 on the dig out. Got a load dug out yesterday. I made a bit of a schoolboy error actually here. Digging this bit out. I dumped all these big thick pieces of concrete from the pathway over there on top of an area I haven't actually dug out yet, which was stupid. Yeah, I should dig it out first, then put the stuff on top of it, so when the truck comes, it can pick all the loose stuff rather than... Well, anyway, crack on. Ooh. Yeah, yesterday, doing the Moja-ing, I forgot to bring a spare bloody camera to film it. Got my camera I'm using at the moment for that app. Didn't have a camera to actually film it, so I brought another camera in today, so we'll do a little bit more faffing around here first, then we'll get the Moja out, then we'll start taking some points. So I've learned a lot from my Moja when the guys come round the other day, some extra things it can do. So what we're doing now, we've got the foundations behind me because this is going to be a big planter. So normally we'd use a dumpy level, laser level to try and find your heights, but this clever little gadget on my new stick, I can stick my phone on the end as well, so I just walk around, beep, 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 taking levels. But I can actually determine how level the floor is behind me. I shall set it up now and I'll explain to you as I'm doing it. Really, really clever, fair play.
Go.
So what I'm doing now, I've got a foundation I've got to dig down here for a big planter going across. So I'm able to use Moja now to select certain points going down where the foundation's going to be, and it's going to tell me if I'm higher or lower, so I know whether to alter the actual foundations. So I'll do picture on picture for you all. Right, I'm going to choose open shape and turn the machine on, give it a little twist. There you go, red lights on. Right, let's start making some marks. So I've got 5 points I'm taking all together on here. So make sure you put it down nice and gently as well. Try not to kick with your foot. Right, last one down the end. And there. Right, finish it off. Okay, so what I can do now, I have to select my start point, press 3D plan, cross section. Right, so my first point is calibrated as 0, 0. Then my next point I've got, which is down 2 centimeters. The next one is a rise of 3 centimeters. Where I'm stood is a rise of 6 centimeters. And the end point, we've got a rise of 14 centimeters. Right, so I know that needs to be dug out a little bit further yet, so that's not quite ready. Twist, twist. Okay, device turned on. Close shape. Right, let's make some marks. Right, this will be my starting point. Yeah, try not to rush this thing. This is what the main thing is here. When you've actually taken a mark, you can stop, you can chat, you can do whatever you like. As soon as you start moving, and it starts measuring. So it's a little bit too far for me to go at the moment over there, so I'm gonna just stop right here. Took a little bit too long on that. Nice move there then. Right. Stop about there. Easy to corner. Okay. We can cut this there. Slightly uneven ground there. Don't like to make that guys. I just have to plan my attack now where I'm going to move to next. Okay, we'll take it here. Right, I'm far in there. And back to the start point. Gently. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, that's okay. My error is 1.3. That's allowable. Around about 1% or less is preferable, but this is actually okay considering it wasn't that level ground. So as you can see now, I've got the plan of what I'm actually doing. I can save this now. I'll put it into my file and I'll save it, and I shall call it Newport, and I shall save. There we go. So all that information now is in the Mosia. It's 133.889 meters squared. So now I know that measurement, now I can calculate exactly how much type 1 MOT hardcore I need for the actual job. This saves me bending down, especially because I got a bad ankle and it's easy to get into corners which are a little bit harder accessible wise. So yeah, brilliant Moja, thanks a lot for that. If you want to get one of these, I'll put a link in the comments, pinned comments, and we'll sort out a discount code for you so you all can have one. So this morning we're going to use point to point on the Moja, and I want to mark out sections of 5 meters. So we'll do that first, then we're going to check the datum then for heights. So right, let's select point to point. This is the starter. So I'm just guesstimating around 5 meters, and I'm going to put them, make a mark. 5 meters 62. 5 meters 15, that's close enough. Right, let's go to the next mark. So I'm up to 10 meters now. Meters 3. 9 meters 99. Close enough, right. Onwards to 15. 1453, a little bit more. 1495, close enough. So I'll turn this off now. Right, I'll put one mark down the end. Now we'll set it out for heights now, so we'll go back down there and start again and use the other application. Right, so now we're going to go back over these 5 meter increments and make some datums, and we can check height. Right, it's all ready. And the good thing is I don't have to bend down, which is always handy. That off now. So I got my points now from point to point, so now I just want to mark out if I'm high or low from when I'm building the wall. I know to grind or to bump a bit. So the first mark in the corner, I've got it's minus 1 centimetre for the first mark, that's okay. Then it's minus another centimetre, minus 2 centimetres, minus 1. So as the foundation goes, I'm within 20 mil, 2 centimetres in height from each section. So it's that's good enough. That's good enough. I don't have to worry about too much of that. I can bump and grind with my block work. Morning. Concrete day today. Got a company in to do it for me as well. Cardiff Concrete and Company. Yeah, I've got 4 cubes, about 10 tons I think it is of concrete, and the way the weather's been lately, 32, 33 degrees, not a chance in hell I'm stood by a mixer mixing up concrete. So yeah, we've got a concrete company coming in to pump it. They got 50 meters of pump apparently. So concrete, gap, concrete. The gap there, we've got to put a weed membrane down, and behind me I got a load of 20 mil clean stone. Kitchen area by there. This is going to be for the island. I got some steel on the floor by here I'm going to chop into place. give it a bit more reinforcement. And then I got that section by there, which is going to be the steps. So we got South Wales Concrete pumping. They're going to pump it all in. Wagons just pulled up now over there. So I have to, excuse me for the glare, and turn around. So he's going to spin it round now. Connect it up to the back of that. Straight into the pump. Happy campers. Right, let's go hose down the floor a little bit more. Put a bit of moisture into the ground before the concrete hits it. I'm nervous. I always get nervous before concrete comes. Always get nervous before concrete comes. So, there's Ollie, customer's son. Very handy guy, fair play. Must admit, big him up. Yeah, so truck's just turned up. Wet the ground down. I've just put that piece of steel in there, so that's sorted. And fingers crossed is enough now. Well, my original calculation was 70 linear meters, 300 wide, 200 deep. And that was 4.2 cube. The truck only does 4 cube. There is a patch by there where it's a bit thinner, didn't have to be as wide. So fingers crossed, I got the right man. We shall soon find out. So I'm going to try film just a little bit, but obviously I'm going to be really busy.
Are you?
So yeah.
I thought you was going to be really busy.
Oh, I think we're all going to be really busy. So yeah, that's going to start pumping in shortly. Here we go. There we go, it's coming in. Oh, nervous. Nerves. No, up to these pins.
Oh, right.
So Travis has just pulled up this morning for another 3 packs of blocks. So we set out yesterday where everything's going. I double checked dimensions first with some string lines and then continue with the block work. Yeah, I'm not going to bother filming any of this, it's just block work. But basically what I'm planning today is Tuesday. If I can get it all prepped out, ready for Friday, I want to get this wall up today, X amount of courses, only enough to retain the hardcore. I'm not going to continue building it for the full height. So what the plan is, I'm going to build this up high enough to retain. We've got 26 tons of type 1 coming tomorrow. If I can get it all nice and flat for Friday, and the plan is then I'm going to tile it all, I'm going to grout it all, then when all that's in position, then I'm going to finish off these walls to the heights they need to be. So yeah, I'm not going to get carried away with that lot. That lot can wait, that's fine. So yeah, build this up, hardcore it, level it, make it all look pretty, prettietize it as I say. And Monday then start laying, because Marshall's coming Friday to dump all the stuff. Get it all ready for Monday. Then it'll be good. So then by the end of next week, should have quite a lot of it done, I reckon. Right, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Let's get the mixer going. Let's get laying. As we all know, I love laying blocks. Customers just come out, made us bacon, egg, and black pudding sandwiches. Lush. So it's hardcore day today. The electrician's been round last night to run his cables. We've got cables along here. We've got cables along the wall for lighting in the planters. So we've got to jump start the dumper. Battery's deado. So Ollie and hang on, Jacob, we're gonna have a quick blast at jump starting this thing. Oh, never a brilliant way to start the day, but a jump starting. But I've got some pipe I got to sort out. I got to pop over to Travis, and I got to get some pipe for that bit there in the corner before the hardcore turns up. Right, so I'm going to disappear, let them crack on. Truck's here. He's got the trailer as well, so he's got the front end, then the trailer. Big truck. I wouldn't last 5 minutes driving one of these things. So yeah, got a load of the hardcore in yesterday. I didn't bother filming all that. That's just pointless. You want to see what's actually happening, don't you? What's actually happening is loads of stuff there. You got a bit of a pile in the corner there. We can dump some of the porcelain. And we've got loads of slate, which we're using on this patio anyway. So we'll put all that stuff over here. And fingers crossed, it fits. So there we go. All done. Walls put in, hardcore put in, materials ordered behind me. All thanks to Moja. Big up the Moja. Beep, beep, beep. What a tool. What a tool. Didn't need anything else apart from that little black box with a green circle for all my measurements and calculations on this job. So yeah, grab yourself a Moja. I'll put a link in the comments, pinned comment. I'll get discount code, 30 quid off, I think, something like that. I think that's what it is. So we'll keep it at that. But yeah, grab yourself one of those devices because it just makes all this malarkey so much easier. Right, I'm heading home because it's just starting to rain. Catch you on the next job. Later. Testing testicles, testing testicles. Show. Hardcore done. Whee! Thumbs up, big thumbs up. Press that like button, even though you probably didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't bother filming it. What's the point in filming people with wheelbarrows? Bad as that ASMR malarkey. So, yeah. All the calculations are done with Moja. Heights, volume, materials, everything. So, and it worked an absolute treat. That wall behind me, all gauged with the height with a Moja. Sweet as a nut. Perfect. Stick a level on it as well, just to make sure the level says right, then it is right, and it is right. So, that's it, yeah. Right, yada, yada, yada. So before we start whacker plating this, it has already been whacked. Before we do the final whack on it, I've got to get the Acos in. So we're using the poly channel. That's got a plastic sealer on the top to protect it because that's it. Sorry, put my hands in front of the screen. So let me explain. And actually, I'm going to turn the camera around the other way, otherwise it'll be a bit shit. So that's what they look like. Obviously, they're still in the packet, so they got seal on it. This is one of my old ones. So that's what they look like. Quite pretty. So this is a corner piece, 9 to bend. And that's the hole in it they use to go inside the coffee cup. Because we all know underneath the coffee cup is the pipe. So, yeah, that looks like that. So what I got to do, I got to notch out a bit of the channel just to allow it to go through. And what else do we have in here? These are the end caps to cap it off. And the first time I ever did this, I didn't know you had to seal them. So I'm going to use this stuff to seal the joints. When I've done it before, they do literally just clunk, click into position. Let me grab one. So every one you have one of those. Put that on there, and it just clicks in place. It's solid. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, I will use a solvent on it today because I know there's always people out there saying, "Oh, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do that?" Well, first time round, I did know you had to. Then somebody commented on it, so all right, yeah, I'll do it. So we're gonna bung those in now. Scraped out along the wall. We got a nice semi-dry cement mix to go in it. We'll tap them down. We'll get it to the right height. I only want to do here and there today. I don't want to do the return because some things are a square here on this job. Actually, I'm going to turn the camera around again. Yeah, some things are a square on this job. probably about 40 mil or something from that end of the job to that end of the job. This is quite square with that wall, but that's not so square with that wall, the other end of the wall. So I'm only gonna do this side today. Monday, when we're actually gonna start laying the tiles. When I do my return and I start laying my first batch of tiles coming down here, if I have to adjust that side, I'll do it whilst it's in situ, rather than doing it now, let it go off over the weekend, start squaring up my corner. That's a little bit out of square or something. I won't be able to alter it. So I'll be able to alter it if it's in situ whilst I'm doing it. Blah, 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 blah. Right, so, material. Material choice is slate. We're using slate. We got 8 boxes of the stuff over there. Over there we got, what's it flipping called? Blah, 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 blah. Begins with a C. Carbon. That's carbon. That's clad to the wall this side and that side with some deco slither going right down the middle. So pattern is we're going to come this way and then we're going to go that way. So from this point here to this point there is a 45 degree. So I've got my saw set up. I got to chop off some 45 degrees and we're going to go straight from that corner to this corner. So before I start, I got to chop at least 2, get 2 going so I can butt those up against here, and as soon as I got 1 there and 1 there, then I'll go that way, run those in, go that way, run those in. But I got to change the cap in the corner. That's a square riser. It should have been a circular riser. So I shall swap that over shortly and the carnival shall start to happen. And we can have a bit of umps, 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 umps. How are you finding my umps, umps, umps? Is it too much? Is it too ravey? Or do you want to hear like lullaby songs? Or just leave it up to me? Oops, 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 oops. So yeah, 45s. Yeah, I'll use this thing. I'll use that and I shall scrape it with a screwdriver. Watching me, watching you. Yeah, I ended up buying a new iPhone. As long as it's iPhone 7 and up, then it films in 4K. So yeah, done. So the mark I've actually cut. And just keep it to the left-hand side of it. Blah, 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 blah. Press the button. We're ready to rock and roll. So, this string line runs lovely that way. Runs lovely that way. So it must be 90 degree. And if the measurements are right that way, then I'll lay 1 tile, 2 tiles that way in the corner. Then I'll run a string line to this point here. And that should be 45 degrees, apparently. So I've got my corner set up here. Angles, levels, good. They're not primed. I've got another one down this end. This one isn't primed either because that might have to go right or left. So before you start laying any tiles, you have to check, especially when you're thinking of joint size. Normally porcelain, they're always exactly the same size, but when it comes to natural products, slate, stone, and they can differ in size. So I've just checked all of these ones and they're all 800 long I checked those, they're all 800 long. So I can use 5mm spaces, or I can use a centimetre, but I'm going to go 5. I prefer 5. But yeah, natural products always differ in size. So tape measure, tape measure, tape measure. There's nothing worse than laying the tiles, 5mm spaces, 5mm spaces, and suddenly one's a bit bigger than the other, and you wish you never used 5mm spaces, you wish you used 10mm. So yeah, always check them all. Right, yada yada yada. This corner's leveled up and everything I need, so I'll lift them up now. I'll make some of this primer. We're using the Marshall's paving primer. Best on the market as far as I can see. Sticks anything like glue. So one more thing before I start. Big up the Grabo. I sent my Grabo off to them the other day for a bit of maintenance. I've had it for 2 years. They stuck a waterproof button on for me as well, which is good. The power and everything works nice. All ready to rock and roll. They did end up sending me 2 new suction pads as well. One which is called Rock Grab or something, which is a thicker sponge, so it can pick up more of a riven tile or any awkward shaped objects as well. And they gave me a longer, thinner one as well, which is good because in the middle of this wall here, we got to put a section of deco. So yeah, big up the Grabo, much appreciated guys. Cheers for sending me that over, can't wait to use it. So I'm not quite sure what this is, but it looks like we've got a bit of gold going on. Well, it is going rock, I'm not quite sure if it might be gold, but it certainly looks like gold. So now when we get to this point here, I need to shimmy this over to there. This is a reason why you don't prime it. If I was to have primed it, it'd be stuck down, it'd be hard to get up. So I'm gonna turn this on. Give it a bit of suction. And as you can see, nothing. This is the importance of primer. Otherwise, yeah, balls mostly. So back on the job today, got that bit sorted out the other day, and a bit of a brainwave on the way up, a bit of design feature. The plan was run that way, then these ones run this way. But I just come up with an alternative idea. This bit by here, if I change the layout, so imagine this bit here now up against the wall over there, it'd be like a picture frame going round and round and round until it gets to the middle, till it's just one straight line. So I think that'd be a good idea. I just run it past the customers. They love it, but only if it works measurement wise, which it doesn't quite work measurement wise. So it only works if it's gauge. It only works if it's gauge that way. It's not quite gauge that way. So we'll do the pattern anyway, but along the house, we'll have to cut a strip out. I think there's 300 instead of 400 wide. But it won't stand out too much, but the rest of the pattern will. They gave me the go-ahead. So yeah, let's do it. Let's change the layout a bit. So this corner's still going to be wrapping around normally, but that bit is just going to be on the ends and on the ends over that way. Blah, 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 blah. Get on with it. Show us what you can do. So this morning, I'm going to show you a video of consistency of cement. Some people use a semi-dry, some people use a wet. I'm going to show you the difference between the two. After I'm going to put one in there, one next to it, one semi-dry, one wet, primed up. At the end of the day, I'm going to lift it up and see the difference of what exactly the primer does. Hopefully this makes sense. You'll soon figure it out now when I start laying. Right, here we go then. So I'll put a semi-dry on the left, flatten it out. I'll use a wet mix then to the other side of it. Let me grab some of the semi-dry. So that's the type of texture. You can crush it in your hand. Some people say as long as it forms a ball, you're okay. Well, I'll show you the difference.
Okay, spread that out.
We spread that out. I'll just grab the grabbo now, stick one on top. Start that. So I'm going to hit them down exactly the same amount of taps as the others, just so one's not more preferable than the other one. Right, I'll put a wetter mix down next. Right, so obviously that one's the wetter one. So, they're in. It's about midday-ish, something like that. So when we finish, in about 5 hours time, we'll lift them up and you can see exactly why you should use one over the other. I'm not going to say what the result is yet until I actually lift it up. So I'm going to get back over there. Oh, hang on. Camera went a little bit wobbly. I'm going to get back over there now and start laying some other tiles. Back in several hours time. See you in a bit. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. So back to the end of the day now. It's literally been 6 hours or something. So we'll put the grabbo on the tiles and we'll see how it panned out. I know pretty much how it's going to pan out. The semi-dry, I'll pull it up and it'll just have little bits of primer stuck, little bits of cement stuck to it. But the cement underneath would absolutely still be fine. So, right, I'll stick it on it. The one on the left is the semi-dry. Right, let's get it on it. By the way, if you haven't got a grabbo, get yourself a grabbo. Right, so this is the semi-dry. Or actually, it did stick, it did pick up quite a lot. That is actually quite surprising. All right, we pick up the wet one. As you can see, the wet one, it's picked up the hardcore and everything. That's loads. I'll just pick up the semi-dry one again. Yeah, well, actually, it's picked up quite a lot. Maybe this experiment didn't go down as well as I thought. I was pretty much sure it was only going to pick up a little bit of cement off the back of the semi-dry. So, this could be a video. So I've cleaned everything up here now, it's all gone. All removed it all. So the moral of this story is, I did a semi-dry mix before on a patio, which I had to take up because we had colour issues. But I used the primer, I used a brush. I brushed it on. And it did pop up really easy, virtually no cement stuck to the primer at all. So I suppose if you lather it on, which I have been doing since that patio, then semi-dry is fine. So the moral of the story is, semi-dry's fine, wet's fine, if not better, but lather the primer on, put it on nice and thick. Don't use a roller or a brush because it doesn't really do much. Morning. So, still laying tiles. So it's basically, this is day 2. Yeah, that nice 45 there looks cool. The new design over here, yeah, you won't be able to really see till later. So this section there, that's that middle one with a half, that's the center point. So now we're going to wrap this corner around. It's hard to see without seeing the tiles. And anyway, blah, 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 blah. Right, gonna stick a dead man in down here now. Gonna stick a dead man in there. Stick the line up. Whoosh. Back at it. Oops, oops, oops.
clubs, drugs, pubs, and parties.
Morning. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life for me. Right, get the madness over and done with. So as you can see, patio behind, pretty much done. So yeah, lots going on yet. Yeah, now all that's done over there, we're gonna have a crack of the outer skin for the planter today. So what I want to get done today, I want to get this planter height to the same height but there, so I can figure out where the steps are going to go. I got a good idea where the steps are going to go. There's going to be one behind me in between those two posts. We're going to go for one there. And the next one is over here. So before I can really do anything, setting out steps and walls on the inside, I gotta back this wall up. I gotta get it up to a similar height. Customers going away on the weekend on holiday, so if I can get this bit up to there, then I got 2 days with a customer then talking about the planter, the seating area bit, and some other bits and bobs before they go away. So when they're away, I know what I've got to carry on with. So that's going to be today's bit, big walling. And actually, these blocks, check this box out. These are Marshall's blocks. Nice and square, nice and flat and lovely. So these blocks will be nice for setting out the wall on the inside to clad to, because we're going to be cladding this behind me. That is going to go up against the wall going all the way down there. We're going to have, this is called matte carbon, so we're going to have some matte, some deco and some more matte. That's going to go up the wall and across back into the planter, and we're going to mitre everything. We're going to mitre the lot. So I got to do that on both sides of this wall. So that'll be cool. A bit time consuming, but it's all right. It's all about what it looks like after, and I'm sure it's going to look great. Just me and Ollie today. I think my other fella's broken. So man down. But yeah, it's all right. That's fine. Because Ollie is a super machine. He's the type of guy you want to employ. You know, he just gets on with it. He does it. He figures it out, and he's brill. I want one. I want 10 of them. Right, okay, enough yada yada yadas. I gotta stick that in my gob first. God. Tired today. So today I'm going to sort out the step there, sort out the step there, maybe sort the step out on the other side of there. So I got a little bit of figuring out to do today, but I got to wait at least half hour for my brain to warm up, because at the moment it's a bit muggy. So yeah, like I said earlier, we're going to put some steps on today. So I primed the wall, I cut the tile, put some cement on it, primed the tile, put some cement on it. Now we primed the step itself. We got the grooves in place. We're gonna go to that corner there, so it's a full deco's worth of tile. Put one on the left, one on the right, cut the middle, and then we can see then where we've got to come down this way. Bloody kids. Talk about flipping OD. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 barrows.
I reckon the lazy load.
Check out the bloody He-Man. Brings back memories when I was young. Well, this is an update on how we're doing so far. And it's absolutely chucking it down. So yeah, the steps there and there. I didn't film last week because I fell over on my side over there and I really did my ribs in, so I've been off for about 3 days. So all that was a struggle. I didn't want to film any of that whilst I was in bits. But that's an update anyway. So this is looking a little bit different. I have been doing no filming at all. I've just been mostly cracking on with it. So yeah, steps look nice. Been busy today with another guy helping me out. Another guy called Oliver. And he's been brilliant. So I've had 2 guys and they've both been called Oliver. And they've been awesome. Right, let me explain a couple of things. I don't want to stand on there, so I'll just lean over. See the drainage channel there. And the drainage channel there. So what I've done, I've just put a T-junction on it. And I'm just going to feed it into the planter. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Well, yeah, so the planter, they've all got they got damp-proof membranes up this side. I've got 2 courses of blocks on end this time, not doing any more flat. I don't need to do any more flat. As soon as I got those up, then I got a weed membrane that side as well. Same with that side, and same with that side. And then I got a big pile of earth left over from the dig out over there. So that's cool. Yeah, it's 3:30 on a Friday. I'm going to go home now anyway. As long as we just shifted the rest of the blocks from over there, as long as the blocks are freed up and now over there, that'll give me something to do Monday morning in case Travis aren't here first thing. So I got 2 sharp sand coming and 2 all in. I'm going to have a go with this bit. So here, actually, la da 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 da. So planks. Marshall's planks. Porcelain. Does really look like planks. And there's a bit of deco there. So that's going along here. One that side, one this side, one this side, one blah 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 blah. So that's going to go straight down here. And this is the line area. I'll put a picture up on the right hand side of the design for this area. A mate of mine's just done a CAD drawing for the dimensions for that, which will work with the dimensions with that there. 1.2s by 300s, by the way. And if you want to know, these are a metre by 500. So they've all got to be cut down into strips. Right, that's it. I'm going home. I got soaked this morning. Morning again, 12th of September. And I'm here for a week all on my own. I got loads to do. I haven't got a labourer this week, so it's mostly just me. It's going to be a tough week. Like I said before, I fell on my side and I bruised my ribs and I'm still feeling like crap. It's been 10 days now. Feeling rough, man, feeling rough. So yeah, I got a week on my own, but that's kind of okay because I got to finish this wall off behind me and I got a load of blocks already decked out there. Plus I'm going to do the path and that hexagon shape. I've had been a bit of a design in it last night with my mate Mark Diggins. Yeah, designing for Orange Box. So check out the picture. Ding, we're going for, hang on, I'll put my head this side and I'll put it on the right. We're going for number C. I've been let know for the customer today. See, looks good. Got loads of those little triangle bits in it. Fingers crossed, I got enough tiles. A quick message to all these SEO companies, search engine optimization.
Fuck off means fuck off.
Stop bothering me. God. So this is for you DIYers. This is like a bit of a hack for doing pathways. All it is a piece of wood, an offcut of the tile size you're actually using, and 2 plastic wraps to hold it in position. But this is really for you DIYers. You want to do a pathway, you think it's a bit complicated, it's not. Keep watching and I'll show you how to do it the easy way. So we're on a pathway today. I'm going to do a little video just for this pathway. Right, let me explain. Pathway opening is 1.5. The planks we're using are 1.2. So we're going to stagger them. We're going to butt the first one this side, butt it there, yada, 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 yada. And I'm going to use a different technique for laying. We're going to use semi-dry today. And I'm going to take this idea from another Marshalls installer, John from Paved in Stone. He's got a YouTube channel. It's not doing, you know, he needs more subscribers, so go and have a look at it. And yeah, I'm taking this idea from him. I'm sure it's from him. So I'm going to, let me pick this up, put that on there. Ugh. I need to get a couple of tiles in first, basically. So that's going to be the thickness of my tile. And I'm just going to go back and forth. And in theory, yes, it should scrape out exactly what I want. Then all I have to do is prime it and wang it on and give it a couple of taps. Well, I've not done this before, but I'm always up for trying something different. It might work. It should work. I have seen it done. So let's give it a whirl. But it might be a nice little hack for somebody out there. Let's try it. Oh, I'm going to have to take off these spacers, I think, aren't I? So I'll just stick that on there. And just give it a bit of that. Seems to be working. That worked pretty good. So what I've really got to do now is just free off that bit there. Maybe a little bit of splodge for there. But I reckon it works. Right, we'll prime a tile up now and lave it on. Right, so let's get this primer on here now, the Marshalls primer I'm using, and chucking it on really thick. So yeah, the thicker the better. This is the consistency of it. Gloop. Right. Take a nice big fat trowel's worth. And another one. Loads. Don't be shy, your mother wouldn't. Oops. There's loads on there. Absolutely loads. Right. Turn it around. Turn the grabber on. Turn around, turn the grabber on. Shift it that way. And we're butting up over this side now. Well, I can already see the height difference and it's already pretty much spot on. So just give it a couple of taps. Push it down. Alright, so this is in position now. Couple taps. Get my spacers in there. Right. Just got to level this across now. So it's to this mark over here. And there she blows. Spot on. Alright, tap that over slightly. Right, looks like I am going to have to take spacers out. Otherwise it's going to keep catching on the wood. So you see the general idea of it. Piece of wood, bit of tile on the top, stick it on there. Fanny it back and forth, happy days. Right, I'm going to put you on close up now for the rest of it. No talking, just oops, oops. Oops. So quick review using this method. Theory, yeah, it does work, but always a but there. This edge, when I have leveled this area off here, seems to be a little bit low there still, so just need to chuck a little bit on it. But I suppose it's leveling 95% of it, but then yeah, just a little bit of faffing round. But there's always a bit of faffing round. Faff. Right, back to it. Oops, 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 oops. So at the end of the day, got it all in. So did it work? Yes, it did. So it was actually a bit of a good idea. So for any of you DIYers out there, if you're trying to do something like this, all it is just a bit of palette and an offcut of the depth you've actually got to do. As long as you can rub that over what you've already done, then this will determine the bed height. Happy days. But still a little bit of faffing about to do. What the technique I was doing, I was putting it on to where I thought it had to go anyway, then scrape it off. But then if your mix was a little bit too damp, then it would just pull up a little bit too much when you were rubbing it back and forth, so you had to put a bit back. But I suppose it did the majority of it, you know, it leveled 95% of it, then you just had to top it up then and just move it back and forth just to get that a little bit more, just enough for you to actually tap it down. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, really. It's flat as a die, level that way. It's got a bit of a slope coming this way. So the next bit is, oh, let me shift my back out of the way. This square bit by there, that is a washing line area, and I'm sure it's going to turn out to be the poshest washing line area ever created. I'll stick a picture up on the corner now and have a look at it. That's the design. I gave them the option of about 4 or 5 designs. They chose option C. Practical, so easy. Oh yeah, design something up on a card. Yeah, looks great and all of that. Then practical's got to kick into it. So that's what I've got to do. So hopefully what you see over there is what happens over there. And if it does, sweet. So it's going to be really complicated, that bit. So I'm going to concrete that tomorrow, because I want to set it out. I've got all the pieces, I've got the dimensions for everything, I know what sizes things are. So I'm going to concrete that bit. Then I'm going to put a self-leveling compound on top, just so I can get a really smooth surface. And I can lay my template down on the floor to actually do what I need to do. But that's something completely different. So there's only one test to do on this now to see how good it actually worked. And that's to slide something flat along it. I did have a look around, is it a paint tin or something? Couldn't find anything. So I got some plant pots instead. I'm going to scratch my head. Right, I'm going to slide it that way, see if it catches anything. Then I'm going to slide it that way, see if it catches anything. And if it goes back and forth, no problem. Then this is actually a good idea. So I'm sure it's John from Paved in Stone. He does have a YouTube channel. He's only got a couple of 100 subscribers. I have met him at the National Awards. Whenever that was, when was that? Early this year, wasn't it? Right, yada, yada, yada. Let's get on with the last test. Do the test, pack up, bugger off home. So this is what I'm sliding down there, that way. Right, wish me luck. Well, that worked a treat. Let's try it the other way. Right, let's try it that way. Sweet. So that means, yay, it works. So yeah, good idea. So this is not for you professional landscapers. Mind you, everybody likes to have a hints and tips. This is more of a DIY type of idea. But yeah, it works. Theory's great. So happy days. Right, I'm buggered. I'm off home. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. And to all you other people which already have liked and subscribed, big thumbs up to you guys. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be doing these type of things. And I am now in front of Johnny Boy, Green Top Landscapes. So I'm moving my way up. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going home. Later. So here we go. Last section. cooking area by there. But yeah, this is the last section of tiling. So step I put in yesterday, I didn't film that. Just because I didn't. And today, so hang on before I get too carried away. So these tiles are going to be running that way. I didn't think I was going to be laying today. I thought I was going to be faffing around doing some other things. Just getting this hardcore level. And I thought I was going to have to bridge over this pipe over there, but I don't have to now because it's actually lower than what I need to do. So that's my corner bit, that's the entrance. That bit of concrete there, that's going to be the entrance. But as it is, today's mission is get a load that way and I'll be happy. But I won't be filming this bit because I haven't brought my other camera with me, and this phone doesn't have much juice in it. So you'll have to come back tomorrow to watch this bit, I'm afraid, people.
Clubs, drugs, pubs and parties. Parties, 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 Clubs, drugs, pubs and parties. Clubs, drugs, pubs and parties.
And now for the last one, in the corner, dead man, primed up. Ollie's going to finish it off for me. Get in there, Ollie. Good man. There we go. So just got a couple of taps now and give you something to look at, I suppose, isn't it? Because I'm away for a week next week. I'm off to Saundersfoot for a week with my parents and family. We rented a little cottage type thing, so I'm not going to be here for a week. So this will give you something to watch until then. And also, there's another video I'm making at the moment. See the step over there? I bolaxed it up. I never allowed for the, well, basically, it's got to go 80 mil that way. So, yeah, we had to rip that. I was on the way home last night and about a couple of miles away from the house, and I just suddenly went, oh no, shit, I think I ballsed up. So, yeah, there we go. This is my ballsed up video. We'll be doing that one tomorrow. But have fun. Speak to you all soon. Later.
What do you want me to say? You tell me. I fucked up. Yeah.
So, yes, that little screw up I was saying about this morning. What it was, along with the ACO there, which we weren't supposed to have, this area here should have been shimmied over to here. That should have gone that way. So we're gonna have to take them all up and shimmy them that way, the width of the ACO. So about 80 mil, something like that. So yeah, you can plan as much as you like, but screw-ups do happen. And that is a screw-up. It's all got to come off and go 80 mil to the left. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get them off, because I'm off next week. So if we can get them off before it totally cures, then it shouldn't be too bad to put them back down. So Ollie's going to crack on with that. So there we go, ripped it all out, cleaned them all off. All the tiles are over there. So this time we're going to lay to here. So the tile is there. I had it by there and I was wrong. So there we go. Mistake made. Could have rectified it with putting some dodgy little cuts in it, but no, that's not the way a Marshall's installer does it. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it proper. So usual crack now down this end. That was a dead man, so we lift this one up. No prime on the back. We'll re-prime it now, stick it back down. That's the end of the wall, and then that's half of it done, almost. So there we go, sorted, got it in to the right place. Yeah, I needed to go that much, the width of an ACO, or ACO, or whatever you call them, drainage channels. So I did actually have the bottom one in last time, but I'm actually going to pass this time until, because I got to get the ACO, ECO, I got to put that in, so it gives me a little bit more room, so I won't bother sticking that one on now. I'll wait until I come back off to my little holiday in Saundersfoot for a week, and I'll do it all then. But there we go, that's all it was. That's all it was there. The end of the tile, my shadow's probably in the way. Should have been that way a bit. Oh, there we go. Sometimes it's good to bowl something up, but as long as you fix it, and don't leave it. I could have put a little cut in the ends and all that, and it would look shit. So yeah, all fixed. Bit of faffing around, an extra morning's work. But as soon as you start slacking, then it all starts rolling downhill. So we haven't slacked, we've dug it up, and we put it right. So I'm happy about that. Right, I've had my weeks off holiday. I feel so much better. Even feel and look a bit younger, which is good, because I'm back on the biggest planter I've ever built. I haven't done much filming for a while, especially on this wall I've been building. So yeah, continuation of the wall today. So got the back bit up yesterday. Got my DPM on it, stop water from progressing through the wall. Forgot to stick some ties out for this. This is the seating area, by the way. So I put some crocodile clips in there, wall starter kits. Time for me to start laying. And what a big ass planter it is. Look at it. all the way down there. It's massive, or should I say massive. Check it out. Check it out, Mikey. Yeah, seating area there. And yeah, all the way down. You're gonna get some plants in there, fair play. Gonna take some planting, and I don't do planting. I just do heavy things. Alright, let's get it on time lapse and let's start laying. I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's just a couple of hits with a hammer. Testing testicles, testing testicles. Right, here we go. Right, oh actually, let me turn around. So I've backed myself into a corner now. I suppose you all done it before and you've had loads of space. And you've backed yourself into a corner and you'll start shifting things around. Well, got the wall up yesterday at the back, that's for the herb garden. So that connects up to the main planter. I got a couple of rows of tiles left to do. So, yeah, I just took the mixer off there now, put it on here. So I can get a couple of rows in there. Then this is the kitchen top area. 600 wide. We're working it so it's the length of the deco tiles. So that'd be nice. But I'm not going to do that bit yet. I'm just going to get on with this bit here. As soon as I get on with that bit there, as soon as those tiles are in here, I can build the wall from this side anyway, so that's fine. So I shimmied them out the way, left enough gap so I can get some blocks in there. Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. Bloody get on with it, will you? That's what my brain keeps telling me. Blah, 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 blah. Right, shut up, get on with it. Oh yeah, I'm not going to bother filming it because there's just too much faffing about. Faff, 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 faff. Morning, Saturday morning. I'm working the weekends. Well, I was lashing it down yesterday and it was pointless. So check it out. Finally got it done. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's nice to come into work this morning knowing I can walk on this stuff and not put cementy paws all over it. But yeah, done it. Oh, virtually all of that on my own. The top bit, I did have help to about the steps, and after that, it's been me, myself, and bloody I, and it's been hard. So glad all that's wrapped up. Now I'm on to the next stage, and that's sticking porcelain to all the walls. I'm starting down that bit down the end for now, and it's gonna be a while because I got to mitre everything, all of it, all around here and the other side, and that, and the kitchen top area. When that bit goes in, I got to mitre all that. That's the only bit which I probably don't have to mitre because we got a clad stuff from London Stone going on that, 5mm thick. You just butt it up. You can't really mitre 5mm. You just chip like hell, I reckon. Not that I've done it before, but I should imagine so. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video so far. Loads more coming because I've got loads more to do. After all that's clad, then I'm around there, but there, doing the washing line area with all those cats. I must be mad. But yeah, this is my swan song. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. Right, come back, watch the rest, and I'll see you soon. Later. So do me a favour, press the like button, subscribe, give me a comment, because I want to know what you think, because this has battered my brains. 120 linear metres of mitering, 3 porcelain blades later, hey presto, done it. So now all the patio's done. Now we're cladding the walls. So yeah, we're sticking grey porcelain along the wall, carbon, and we're having that stuff in the middle. And it goes across there, down there, and along there, along the back. Countertop area, but there for the cooking, that's going to have it too. This is the section I'm working on this morning, so I've run a string line, nice and tight, sprayed it. Now, I'm chopping 5mm off all of these things. See these end bits? The joint there? Well, I got 2 of those up against each other. Then, it will not right. So I'm chopping all those bits off. Both ends. That one's already been done, that end. Then 5mm joint going up the top. So we're laying these as stretchers, full one, carb deco, then another piece across the top, and we're going to be having straight joints going down to be a bit different rather than doing it like the block work. Then that'll get wrapped around the side as well. Here's my chopping saws, my Zoe 130, top bit of stuff. Then on the back, the carbon's going to go down, and then we're having slate on the bottom. Not so much for this area, because this is going to be the washing line area. And there's where the post is going to go. But the rest of it, all the way down there, is going to be grey on the top, black on the bottom. Right, well, I've got loads more chopping to do. I got myself a brew, and I got myself a bit of cake. Not that I like eating cake first thing in the morning, but hey ho. this video is a little one for you guys out there which are trying to do some mitering. I've got loads of mitering to do on this job. The other side of the wall, I'm mitering everything, the sides, the top and everything. So I've got loads of it to do, so I might as well give you a video on how to do it. First thing, which does help loads, is a proper saw. You don't have to use a table saw like this. You can use a still saw if you like, if you've got the courage. But I got so much of it to do, I need every little bit of mechanical advantage I got. So I got myself a Zoe 130 I got from Tyler's Tools. This saw you can tilt at an angle of 45 degrees to actually get the miter size you're after. Then after that, you just got to tune it up. But first of all, I got to chop the tile to size, and then we'll move on to the next bit. Before I actually do the cut, I got a sharpening stone here. So I'm going to dress the blade. Every cut I've been doing, I've been dressing the blade with this stone. Well, it's not stone. I'm not sure exactly what material it's made of. But yeah, definitely use it every time. Just get that extra cleaner cut. Make sure you stick your ear defenders on as well. Go deaf otherwise. Now we've got a nice flat surface now anyway, so that's going to help. Right, let's tilt the saw. Yeah, so just got a little thing I undo there. Move that to the middle. Loosen that off. Bring that into the mitering position. Tighten it up. Right, so let's put on the tile. I got a cut now for the top of the wall down there, and I'll show you how to do the miter. So what's going to help now, the tile I'm going to cut, I'm going to cut this side off, which hasn't actually been cut. The side which I have cut looks like that. So I don't want that side, because that side, it's not as smooth as this side. So make sure this is the side you're going to cut for that perfect edge. We will smooth this up, but that's the stage after this. So I just got to align it into position now. As soon as I'm into position, then I can slowly come back and forth. Right, let's line. Let's line her up. This can take a little while to get it exactly where you want it to be. So a little bit of faffing around. So I'm going to stick you on time lapse until I got that bit sorted. I believe I got it pretty much where I want. So I'll take the camera off the stand now and I'll give you a closer look exactly how close I've got to it. It really is a fine line. You don't want to go too sharp because then it'll just chip. You don't want to go too blunt because then you won't get a good miter. It's a little bit of both, but go blunt for now, and then you can sharpen it up then with some little things I'm going to show you in a minute. Hopefully you can see how close the blade is to the end. You'll have to excuse this bit of film work because it's really quite tricky, but I'm getting as close as I possibly can and we'll fine tune it then after that. Right, let's get this bit off first. First time you drag it over, it's just a tester, just to see how close you've actually got to the edge. When you're happy with it, then continue cutting. Right, so I've taken it from there now and I put it on my table stand. I'll give you a quick look on how the miter looks already. You can see it's quite rough around the edges there. Let me get a little bit closer. Right, hopefully it doesn't go out of focus. So you see that edge there? We want to try get that as little as possible. Hopefully zoomed in on that bit. So what I've been using is these blades now. I'm going to fine tune this a bit. At the moment, that's a 45-degree angle. If I can get it to like a 46, 47, 48-degree angle, then I'll give just a little bit more accuracy when I'm trying to get them in together. So yeah, I need a fine tuner a bit. And these things I got from Pulvex Diamond. Phil, cheers Phil for that. So, right, let's smooth this up as much as possible. Then when we smooth it up as much as possible, then we move on to the next stage then. I'm going to use this pad, porcelain pad, to really, really fine tune this edge. This is just to get rid of the majority and change it from a 45-degree angle to like a 47 or a 48. So I've just done half of it for now. You can see the half I've got up to and where I haven't got up to, where it's still quite rough. But this bit now is tilted back a little bit more than 45 degrees. So we'll finish off that bit, then we'll start the fine tune then, where I need to get some off the middle of it. Because at the moment I'm only doing the back. So as soon as I got the back done, then I need to take some off the middle. When I've taken some off the middle, then I move down to the front and get the front trimmed down as much as I can. Yada, 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 get on with it. Yeah, I know, I haven't got a bloody mask on. I know. Oh, it'd be great if it was a perfect world, wouldn't it? At least I got my ear defenders on. But there's not that much dust which comes off it anyway. All right, yada, yada, yada. So all I've done now, basically, I've just increased or decreased this angle, either one of those, from 45. Now I've taken some off the back. So now I need to take a little bit of porcelain off the middle of it now. And then I'll come to the front. So we take some off the middle of it first, and then we go on to the next stage in and put the different disc on to fine tune the front. I got a bit of meat off the bone. Now I got to change discs to this one, and we can fine tune this. And also the other side of the tile, which I cut, I want to do that as well. And yeah, I know I got ear defenders and now I've got a mask on. I know, great, perfect world. But glasses, cold, mask, fogged up, can't see what you're doing. And if you can't see what you're doing, then it's pointless doing anything. So yeah, I know, but we're not. So I'm just going to smooth this edge off now. I might actually give you a slightly closer look first before I start smoothing it, so you know what it was and what it is hopefully going to be. Right, so this is where we got to so far. So this here, that there, I just want to get it down maybe a millimetre less than that. So that's what it is at the moment. See this end here? Oh, hang on, let me come back a bit. Right, that's what I'm kind of after, is that depth there. So that to that. It's only a millimetre, but every bit helps. Right, okay, so you can see where I've started. I've just stopped by here, so you can see the difference of depth of the corner to that bit there. It's not a lot in it, it's only a millimetre, But a millimetre makes a hell of a difference at this stage, and this is nice and smooth now as well. This is still quite rough. See all the marks in it? So we want to get all those marks off and make it nice and smooth like that. I just need to get down another millimetre. So that is the last stage of the mitering. So hopefully you can see it, but I probably down to about a millimetre, maybe 2. So that's as close as I dare take it. Any closer than that, and you've always got a good chance a little chip happening. But yeah, to fine tune it, you need one of these. You don't want to keep using this thing because that takes up too much. This thing's great. That'll polish it. Lovely. Right, I'm going to spin it round now, and I got to use the same blade on the opposite side just to smooth that bit up. So this is the side I cut on the saw. So now, let me just give you a quick look. See, it's just slightly little dinks in it. So now I'm going to use the same thing now, same one on there, back and forth a couple of times to get it nice and smooth. And then the tile is ready for installation. Lush! So there we go. That's how I miter my tiles. Lots of other people do it different ways, and it also depends on the machinery you've actually got as well. This is the machinery I've got, so this is the way I do it. So that's nice and smooth. The back has gone from a 45-degree angle to possibly 48, and that 48 just give me a little bit more room on the back of the tile where they meet, give it more chance of a point. So that's the main reason of fine-tuning down the end. I've learned so much since the last time I tried mitering, but I believe this way now is pretty much the way to do it.
The crowd is jumping.
Anybody who wants blades, I'll put the link. I'll type it in. Beep 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 beep. But there. Well, what a bloody dilemma. That's taken me ages to cut that one. To get the right measurement for that to sneak into there. And look what's happened. A little chip off the corner. I could possibly glue it. But I'm not. I'm going to re-chop it, sod it, last job. Got to get everything absolutely spotty dog. Well, I've chopped it again. It's taken me 20 minutes or something. But 20 minutes well worth spent. Otherwise, it would have had a chip on there forever. 20 minutes later, it hasn't got a chip on there. So, Ramonde, next time you build one of these saws, give me a bit more clearance by there, because that only goes so far, that hits it and stops. And if you can see through this gap here, let me zoom in. See, it did crack again, but I was lucky. So if that didn't add a bit more clearance coming this way, I could come past this way easier and hopefully not get another bloody crack. But I'm lucky, I got away with it. But next time, Ramonde, sort it. Right, let's notch this. This is when the grabos really come in handy. Right, let's pick this bad boy up. Right, let's take it over there.
Make my day, 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 make my day. Look at hit the.
This piece is doing my boxing. It's been up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh man, right, you got one more attempt. Wow, what a tough day at the office. I've been battling it today. Oh, look at this little bit of a dink. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, off with his head. So the one on top of the barrow, on top of that one, has to take over for that one. And that's the corner one as well. This is just one mitre. For the top, for around about just on the right hand side of my grabo. But yeah, I've been battling it today. It's beating my brain to bits. I've really only got that bit in today. That was a battle. That was a battle. Oh. I'm going home, my head's shot. It's a new day, it's a new dawn. Right, those two are already cut. I'll put them on first. I'll get that corner up. Tomorrow I'm hoping to get this section up. And then it's just work my way around the back then after that. It's taking shape. I needed to take shape. Because my head's shot to bits. Oh. So these deco tiles, see that joint there on the top, width of a blade? I've got to cut that off and I've got to trim off the other end. And then also the carbon one going directly above it, I've got to trim off 6 mil off every single one of those because we've got straight joints. So I need to get rid of that. A little bit off the other one as well so I can go shump straight at the top of it. Really nice. Just enough to make you go a little bit loopy in your head. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, excuse me. And that's the bloody lot. Oh, mental that was. Absolutely mental. So, I'm going to need a new blade before I carry on doing any more. I got that one there to put on. But that's going to take an hour, something like that anyway. And it's gone 3. And this place is like a shithole. It's dust everywhere. So I'm going to knock it on the head early. I'm going to get a new blade for that sorted out. Phil from Polvex, I'm coming to you soon, mate. Need a new blade for my saw. So we'll wait for that. And I'm just going to clean up. Clean, 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 clean. Cheers, Phil. Polvex Diamond. Just got my new blade. This is blade number 3. As you can see, the one on the right is slightly worn down. So every tile which has got to go on, you've obviously got to prime the wall first, give it a bit of sticking power. Then you go onto the tile you're about to lay, chuck some on there, double butter, happy campers. Right, let's get the stuff on there. Right, that's sorted. Let's get the grabbo on it. Grab yourself a grabbo. Right, that way. Sorted. Let's give it a couple of taps. What's handy with these grabbos as well, I gotta get that tile over there about 1 millimetre. You don't bang it with a hammer if you don't have to. Stick that thing on, as soon as it's got some suction. Do it that way. Next. So today's task, we're going to cut the tiles for the top to go along there, all the way down there, and that bit behind me. So yeah, got myself a little jig sorted out this morning. That's a tile in the middle I got to cut. I clamped a tile next to it just to make sure it's all even Stevens. Right, let's turn it on and let's start making a bloody racket. Yeah, so this mitre in malarkey, as you can see, oh, looks sweet. That bit there, that end bit, and that end bit there, 2 on the top, 2 on top, day. Oh, right. So I haven't been filming for a while because I've been stress level up to there and like there. My saw's buggered. The bearings are gone on it. The top's starting to wobble a little bit again because all the mitering back and forth. 1 minute straight, next minute's there, next minute straight, blah, 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 bolaxed. So I got to go to Tyler's Tools Monday. They're going to squeeze me in to fix it as soon as possible. But yeah, hard work. What's been great is this new slim grabbo thing they give me. It's a great size to pick these things up. I did try it with my hands, just doing it, but definitely more control with that. It's just the right size as well. I can pick it up and I can plonk it down. I got my fingers either end and you just can't concentrate enough. So that is a godsend. Grabbo, brill, cheers for sending me that over. It's been good for the decos as well. So I can just pick it up and go.
Back once again, will the renegade master, D4 damager, with the ill behavior.
Well, that took about 10 minutes to put together and took almost a day to get all those cuts for that top bit done. Tell you what, I'm going slowly mental in the head. So back on the job. Hang on, let me take my goggles off. Back on the job, saw fixed. First tile on it, hot knife through butter. Big up Tyler's Tools. Cheers, Jim, for sorting this out, mate. Much appreciated. I really, really needed to get on with this job. Pucker, straight through it. Ba-ching. Right, so follow me slightly. I'm down the end today. I'm down there. I'm gonna get some of the back tiles on today. So instead of stringing a line, I put a temporary tile up against there, primed it, leveled it from that corner to that corner. Same there, put a tile there, leveled it. So I got my first tile cut now. I'll stick that in the corner and we shall move across that way. As soon as there's in, stick the deco ones on top. Then everything then is at that height. So moving along nicely. Weather permitted this week's any good, I'm not quite sure. Today looks good. Apparently tomorrow's all right. I'm not sure on Friday. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get on with it. Chop, chop, chop.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is bumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is bumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. A place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. A place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Make my day. Make my day. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Make my day. Make my day. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Pump up the jam. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. Pump up the jam. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping.
Oh, cheers, Grabbo, for the new hat. Happy days. Right, cold one this morning. Got on the van this morning, 3 degrees. Bah. It's that time of year where it starts to suck. Oh, wet fingers this morning. Right, I'm going to do those tiles today. I'm not going to lay them today because I haven't got any primer. I've got to pick some more primer up. So I'll chop them ready. I'll stick them by there so they're ready to go in. Dun, dun, dun. Got to do that one next. I'm going to learn from that one for this one. So I'll chop those ready. I'll chop these ready. And tomorrow when I got the primer, I'll stick them all in. Then, as soon as that bit's up, at least it's all to height, apart from that bit. Then all I got to do then is stick the tops on. So here we go, we're on the bottom one now. Got those in, Not yesterday. Yesterday was lashing it down, storm. So day off yesterday. Now I'm in this morning sorting this bit out. So what's quite cool, that middle bit of the wall's a couple of millimetres high. That thing I've been using for the mitering is absolutely lush if you want to lose 2 mil. Right, so I got the back tiles cut to shape already. I got that one cut to shape. I've got the other side cut to shape over there. But I'm going to start gluing the back on now. Now I glue the sides and I got the little bits there on the end. I'm not going to film this one because I'm just going to be in the same place for ages, so it'd be a bit of a boring time lapse. That's basically a day's work, but I am so happy with it. That one's 99% brilliant. This one's 100. This is quality. Just worked out, sweet as a nut. So this is the last one. Oh, it's taken almost a day to cut the tiles. They're all up there. I'm really happy with the way they came out. Right, let's plonk them on. Let's get that grabber going. So if you've got a project coming up where you got delicate stuff to do like this and you don't want to get primered all over your pinkies, then grab yourself a slender seal. Nice and slender, just like me. It just makes life that little bit easier. I do believe I've just cut my last mitre to go on top of the wall. Oh my God, time to celebrate. Let's do a happy dance. Oh, morning. Oh, this is getting to me now as well. Been here for ages. Finally on the other side of the wall now, so happy campers. Yeah, the other side took ages. This side shouldn't take as long because it's just straight. There's less bends in it. And I've done all the return mitering. Brilliant. So it should be an easy job, this one. We shall soon find out. Dun 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 dun. Yes. That's been bugging me for ages. I sit over there and have my dinner, staring at the job, and all I've seen for ages is this wall. Well, finally I got some tiles on it, which is brill. So that worked out sweet as a nut. So all I'm going to do now is go down the other end over there and do some more. Look at that, even the wall's got a blanket. It's got a Hessian blanket. Next couple of nights it's going to get below 0. So I'm going to make sure frost doesn't get at it. So I'm going to wrap it up nicely. Brrr. Brrr. I've come in today, stupidly enough. I was just bored. I was going to have a look. Supposed to thaw out today. Supposed to get to a high of like 7 or 8. The wall's like a bloody ice cube. You see the snow and ice still on it where my finger is. The sun doesn't actually come round till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's going to be solid still. Been off for a week already. And tomorrow it's going to piss it down. for about a week. So it's been too cold, and the next week then it's going to be too bloody wet. Looks nice though, so I just uncovered it because it's going to rain tomorrow. So there's no point in the hessian getting all wet. But it looks pretty cool though, doesn't it? So just got to imagine that over there. All the tiles are cut already. I pre-cut them. I put paper in between them. The ones on the right are the full tiles. The one on the left are the tops. And they're all frozen together. Everything's like a flipping one solid ice cube. So today I shall be mostly going home. So this piece today, yeah, that piece on today, all the cuts are done, which is lush. As soon as that piece is on, then I can put that piece on. I will have to take off about 500mm off the tiles so I can keep, because we're putting black all along the bottom, the slate, which we've actually got right about there. They're going on the bottom. So those ones are full ones, and those ones about 500, something like that. I don't know, I haven't measured it yet. But I'm going to get the black all nice and flat along the bottom. So I'm glad to be back at it, I must admit, because I've been bored out of my brains. Right, let's crack on.
Renegade master. Back once again, will the renegade master. People down the ill behavior. Back once again, will the renegade master. People down the how to the people. Back once again, will the renegade master. People down the ill behavior. Back once again, will the renegade master. 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 Once again, 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 once again.
Happy New Year, everybody. 2023. Monday, the 2nd or 3rd, something like that. Dry day today. It's going to be pissing it down tomorrow. So I'm glad to be in work. So I set my levels up, set my line up. The line's nice and tight. Tiles are cut. I'm going to stick those on today and the top pieces. And then I've got a couple of miscellaneous bits. Like that corner above there. It's lush. Oh, yeah. It's hard to do it like this, isn't it? Yeah, well, it's good anyway. Perfect. Right, that bit's done. Let's stick the tops on. Well, almost done. I've got a tile and a half I've got to put on down the bottom, but I can't. Timbers run out of wood. Not long enough. So I gotta wait for that to go off. Then I can wang the rest of it on. It's like another tile and a half or something, which I have one, so I'll have to cut one more. Yada, yada, yada. Right, that's the other side in. This one's cut. I just got to trim it down so I can get it to settle in nicely. And I can pop the tops on. Lush. She's in. Oh, wow. I tell you what, that has been the hardest bit of cladding I've ever done in my life. So I haven't done any filming for a while. I got black ones on there. I got a black slate on there. I just got to wait for that to go off over the weekend. Then I'll shimmy that timber along and I can finish off that bit. But yeah, we're moving along really, really slowly. Weather's been too cold, too wet, too cold, too wet. It's driving me bloody insane. So, back with a saw today. This is my 4th blade. So, I've got a new diamond blade, new porcelain blade to go on there. So, cheers, Phil. Yeah, that's my 4th porcelain blade I've gone through on this job. And, check this out, this is really doing my head in. Watch the wobble. Bearings are gone again. Oh, 120 linear metres of mitering I've actually done so far. I added it up yesterday because we are going to be grouting soon. I need to know how much grout we're going to have. But yeah, I got to get that thing fixed again. So we've gone through 4 blades and we've needed my saw maintained twice. So yeah, got that last bit in the corner done. Oh God, so that was the last black slate laid. And guess what else has just been laid last? And I just clamped the last tile to the other side. Oh, finished. There we go, all done. Porcelain on the top, carbon matte, slate underneath. And got the deco there as well in between. And look at all this lovely mitering. Nice. This has been eye-opening for me, I must admit. It's been proper tricky. So we're trying to grout it now with exactly the same colour as the tile itself. So it just looks like one massive piece of porcelain. Washing line area next. Check this bit out. Come back for that one. It's going to be a blast. Testing. Scott here, Tidy Bricks Landscaping. I'm back. That's my nephew, Will Baker. Whoa, one of the Baker boys. So, that planter behind you, we're finally getting the cotton copper stuff on that today. So I haven't done it before, so I've rented special cutting table from Tyler's Tools. Thanks, Jim and Scott McDonald sorting that out for me. Good man. I didn't want to do it with a straight edge and a grinder, because, no. So I'll show you that in a minute, but still on the job. Done the cooking area the other day. Cooking area bits sorted, almost there. We figured out the grout today as well for the joints for all that malarkey. So lush. Right, blah 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 blah. Let's go over there and I'll show you the saw. So here we go. This is the saw we've got. That slidey thing here. This is good. That's for making the mark. We've made the mark. Now I gotta crunch it now and hopefully snap it. I hope it works. We both hope it works. So we got 9 pieces all together. We only need 8, but we got a sparesy. Right, I'm gonna do the cameraman. I'm gonna let Will sort it.
Oh, I've just done it straight away.
Did it just go through?
Oh, no, I didn't. No,
No. All right, there we go. We're both a bit scared here.
Yeah.
We're both a bit scared.
Oh no, it did.
Oh, it did it?
Right, okay, so now we'll be able to do it from that side.
All right, cool, yeah, undo that then. We'll take that down the other end and... oh, that's good.
Right.
So that wasn't as scary as possibly thought. Yeah, because they're like 160 odd quid a sheet, something like that. So, yeah, we don't want to balls one up. Because first of all, we got to put this on here along the back of the planter first, and then it's a whole tile from that point upwards is our overall height. Right, here we go. Let's get a bit closer. Let's go.
Do you reckon that's...
Yeah, that looks lush. Oh, you had it made nice. Oh, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, this is friggin' stressful.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's gone all the way through. Did make a cracky noise.
Yeah, I think it's gone through on that side.
Done it. That was a flipping hard work. So yeah, we figured it out. We managed to do it. Actually, I'm going to put the camera down. I'll put a hand either end, and you go across with a blade and do that. Right, gotta go. Bye. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Oh, that was stressful. Yeah, so that's good. Sorted that bit out. Learning as we go.
Yeah.
Right, let's make some glue. Tested testicles. There it goes, working out. So that was the tricky one to start off. But that's in. That's a good height now with the top. Just put that one in, that's pretty cool. Next one's ready to go in. We put the tile in first dry, level the cement underneath so we know it's level. Then when we got the stuff on the wall, we'll stick some stuff on there, pick it up with the grabbo. Got the main bit in the other day. Didn't come in yesterday. It was lashing it down with rain. But it looks good. Looks good. Just got a couple of cuts now to go around. Do on the top. And they're tricky. I'll take you around there now. I need 4 pieces to go on the top. That's a full sheet. First cut didn't go that well. This one's just cracked. See a little hairline crack. The bigger the piece, the more you flop over, the stronger it is. The smaller the piece, the more you got to push down for it to break off evenly. So I've scored and scored and scored and scored this one. I've cracked the sides. Now hopefully I can pull it over and snap it and get the right bloody size. Man, this job is so stressful. Everything about it is stressful. Oh, this one's cracked now as well. Got a little dink with it. Oh, God. Yeah, like I was saying, the smaller the piece, the harder it is to crack. I'm not taking any more chances. I got the 4-inch grinder on it. Porcelain blade, wet it down, off-cut, straight edge. Score. I'll use that thing anyway, just to get the top score mark, but then I'm going to get a grinder on it. Sorry, I can't risk it anymore. 225 widths these are, and I had to do the grinder. So they're all chopper there now. So I just SBR'd the top. Time for me to plonk them on. I wanted to do 45, 45, 45, 45, but we needed more. And as long as the grout's really, because the grout for the wall is pucker, is spot on, is exact mirror image. So as long as this grout is similar to the Corton, I think we'll get away with it. But we're going to have straight. So that bit's done. Got the bits on the top. Gonna let that go off over the weekend. I got the bits in the middle cut. Ready. There to go on the inside around the edge. So you're not going to see any exposed block work when you plant it up. There we go. That's another bit done for the collection. See you Monday. Voila. So I got it grouted. So that's done. Does need a little bit more of a clean on it. Takes ages to clean this stuff. But anyway, that's in. I wanted to do the grouting today. Around the edges and stuff. But it's just flipping rain. Right, spin around and show you, then I'm buggering off. Alright, here we go. So, yeah. 3 milli joints. Does need a bit of a clean still, like I said. But yeah, cotton copper from London Stone. Pretty nice, isn't it? I like it. Well, anyway, that's the end of this video. Come back for some more when we'll grout this one. Testing testicles, I'm back at it. So, main wall done. Thank bloody God for that. So we're on washer line area now. So we got that funky pattern to go on there. I'll shift my head out of the way and I'll stick it in. It'll be around by there somewhere. Yeah, so we got to do that next. That's got to go there. So I just put a load of Map-High self-leveling on it because I need to get it mega smooth for several reasons. Because I want to try lay it out dry first. But obviously, hang on, I'll do a bit with the saw first. Beep, 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 beep. So, saw set up over this side of it now. I've got my 60-degree angle. So all these tiles here now are not all of them, a certain amount of them, depending where they are. I got to chop off 60 degrees off both sides. I think 6 I have to do like that. Then I got to do so many others like something else, and so many others like something else, and hopefully it all fits in the middle where my finger is, about there. Right, I'm going to spin around and show you the stresses of setting this bugger out. So it'd be great to start from the middle where the line post is going, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to start at the side here. I have to start there, square there, and that angle. Work my way into the middle. When I get to the middle, then I can finish off going around that way. But yeah, it'd be nice to start from the middle, which you would normally do, but not on this puppy. So I got one corner set out. So now what that's allowed me to do, this measurement here, I've got to put a top piece on the wall which goes there. So I got to go 25 mil that way for it to fit. So I've made my little mark there. I got to shift that lot to me 25 mil, and then I know the back wall that's going to be the correct measurement. Dun 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 dun. Oh, what a pain in the neck that was. Even though I had the CAD drawing for it, fair enough, yeah, that did help. General idea of measurements and stuff, but it's still hard to do, obviously, because it's a crazy pattern. But I'm not going to stick it, I'm not going to lay it today, that's just dry at the moment. It's too late on in the day for me to start it now, so I want to start it tomorrow when I got a full day, just in case I got to shimmy something to the left or shimmy something to the right. I'll have the opportunity to do that. So we'll call it a day for now, and we'll be back tomorrow. See you in the morning. So, moment of truth. All prepped out from yesterday. Now I got to stick it down. This is going to be the fun part. This point over here, I left myself a little bit of room, but I really should have left a little bit more room. So I got to shift that to the right slightly, say 15 mil or so. Right, here we go then. Let's set the radio on. Let's get at it. So that's it for now. Back Monday to do the kitchen, wall for the kitchen area over there. No, actually Monday, got a fiddle I got to do. I got to build a garden wall for somebody. You know, half a day, 350 quid. Happy campers. More money in bricklaying. Much more money in bricklaying. But bricklaying boring. This less money, but more fun. What's the world coming to? Back Monday. Rain, 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 rain. It's the first day in work all week. It's Thursday. Well, I'm on the tricky bit now. I didn't do any filming for a while on this bit because I was just stressed out. So I just put it together. It's all grouted as well. The main patio area, the bit I'm stood on, all that's grouted. So I'm just down to this last bit now. So, yeah, this bit's the fun bit because it's quite a point. So, I'll start putting it together. I'll show you now, I'll turn the camera around and show you how pointy this one is, more so than the prior one. So this is the angle of this one to go on here, because it's quite pointy. So that has to be a lot more pointy. And that's only just pointy enough. So usual procedure, put that on the graded trowel. Same with that. Now hopefully pick it up and don't chip it. Finally finished the last mitre. Oh man. So it was originally 120 metres I've done. And I've just added about 5, hang on, 8, 4, 124 metres of bloody mitering. And there's the last one. Oh, so that's to go where the other ones are going to go. So I would have liked it to have gone right to the edge for the whole job. But no, not that much mitering. If you've got a small area to do, yeah, great. But not the amount of mitering I've done. No way in hell. So, happy days. Monday morning, got the main wall in the other day. So today I'm putting the tops on here, which we're going to use planks. So this is going to be a seating area there. There's a lintel underneath it. It's actually going flat on the tiles, obviously. So I just marked out now where it's got to go. So I trim that up and let's plonk some seats on. So I put the lintels on yesterday and I just put the tops on there. I had to cut a bit of a block. So I've notched out where the lintels go in so we can stick one of those planks on there. And here, I'll be able to glue a bit of tile to stick to the front of that, so that looks cool. Right, tops are done, a little bit different, but it's better actually this way in a way to the way I was planning. But yeah, got some really nice joints going on here. A nice one there. Go on, in 2 more. One over there in the corner, and one more over there. So I'm pleasantly happy. So the customer's happy with the tops. Right, let's glue them on. Well, there we go, all finished. Yeah, so that's basically a washing line area. So this is going to be filled up with earth. I've drilled loads of holes in it, in all of them. So put a weed membrane around the outside of it and fill it up with earth. But basically, that's that finished. So all I got to do now on the main job is just grout. And here it is on the other end. So that's the poshest washing line area I've ever seen in my life. All turned out nice, grouting wise. Nice and straight down there. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to come back in a while when the electrics are plumbed in and the plants are in and the water feature, that's still to go in there. Pergola to go in there, or pagoda, whatever it's called. Cotton copper fencing to go over there. So if I had a pair of gloves in my hand, I would hang them up, because that's it. No more landscaping for me. Those days are done. I'm just doing brickwork now, small brickwork and pizza ovens. But there we go, that's it. There will be more content coming. Do not worry about that. See you soon.